Howdy guys, and welcome back to Kids Network Studios. I'm Amy-kun, AK1028, and it's Pokemon Day! Yay! Pokemon Day! Yay! I just got up about 10 o'clock, so I'm like, yeah, I guess I'm awake, but in any event, let's do this! This is Pokemon Video Series 7. 7. Why was 6 scared of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. Ooh. Alrighty. Enough joking around. Our first Pokemon is Sentret, the Scout Pokemon, a normal type with 1 weakness, 2 fighting type moves. It has 1 evolution for it. The long body Pokemon, a normal type with 1 weakness, fighting. Now, in all honesty, Sentret and Furret, they're pretty decent, but they're not that good competitively. There are better normal types out there. Our next Pokemon is, of course, Hoothoot, the Owl Pokemon, a normal flying type with the weaknesses 2, electric, ice, and rock type moves. Hoothoot has 1 evolution, Noctowl, the Owl Pokemon, a normal flying type with the weaknesses 2, electric, ice, and rock types. Now, Hoothoot and Noctowl, they're pretty good. I like Hoothoot and Noctowl, especially the shiny Noctowl, which I have yet to get. I want a shiny Noctowl so bad, but I have yet to find one. Where could it be? Shiny problems. Our next Pokemon is Ledyba, the 5-star Pokemon, a bug flying type with a 4-time weakness to rock type moves. It also has the weakness to fire, electric, ice, and flying type moves. Ledyba has 1 evolution, Ledian, the 5-star Pokemon, a bug flying type, 4 times weakness to rock. Additional weaknesses are fire, electric, ice, and flying. And personally, Ledyba and Ledian are not the best Pokemon in the world. There are better bug types out there, and this guy and its evolution are not one of them. Our next Pokemon is, of course, Spinarak, the String Spit Pokemon, a bug poison type with weaknesses to fire, flying, psychic. Spinarak has 1 evolution. Oh, and it also has a weakness to rock. Spinarak has 1 evolution, Ariados, the long leg Pokemon, a bug poison type with the weaknesses to fire, flying, psychic, and rock type moves. Ariados and Spinarak are pretty decent in my eyes, but even though they're decent and you can use them in a pinch, just use them in a pinch. That's all I gotta say. Our next Pokemon is Crobat, the final evolution of Zubat, a poison flying type. Classification, the Bat Pokemon with the weaknesses to electric, ice, psychic, and rock type moves. Before Crobat was even introduced, Zubat wasn't really worth your time, mainly because Golbat and Zubat were not that good. But Crobat is a lot better, and a lot faster. So when it came to the 2nd generation when Crobat was introduced, it was a lot better than its previous 2 forms. Our next Pokemon is Chinchou, the Angler Pokemon, a water electric type with the weakness to grass and ground type moves. Chinchou has only 1 evolution, Lantern, the Light Pokemon, a water electric type with the weaknesses to grass and ground type moves. Lantern and Chinchou are really good. I would use them competitively, and they're also very good in a pinch. Our next Pokemon is Pidgey, the Tiny Mouse Pokemon, an electric type with only 1 weakness, ground type moves. Pidgey is obviously the pre-evolution of our favorite Pokemon in the entire world, Pikachu. Pichu, for a long time, and still a long time, confuses the hell out of me. I mean, granted, you can breed Pikachu, and it gives you Pichu and everything, yada yada yada, okay, we all know that. But here's the thing, here's what kicks me in the head. Remember how in the anime, when a Pichu shocked somebody, it wound up shocking itself? And what happened to that? I mean, it didn't go into the game at all. And if it did, you guys can correct me, because the first video game I picked up was Ruby and Sapphire, mainly because I was too young to pick up the other games, and my mom and dad wouldn't let me have them. So, I wouldn't know if that mechanic was in the original Gen 2 games, so if anybody can tell me that, that'd be great, because I would love to know. Our next Pokemon is Cleffa, the star-shaped Pokemon, a fairy type with the weaknesses to poison and steel-type moves. Now, for the longest time, Cleffa was actually a normal type Pokemon with a weakness to fighting-type moves. Cleffa is the pre-evolution of Clefairy and Clefable. And in the baby Pokemon category, it's cute, but it's, you better raise it up to a Clefable fast. Our next Pokemon is Igglybuff, the balloon Pokemon, a normal fairy type with the weaknesses to poison and steel-type moves. Igglybuff is the pre-evolved form of Jigglypuff and Wigglytuff. Igglybuff, again, competitively, not that great, but it's cute. I love these baby Pokemon, they're so cute. Speaking of cuteness, our next Pokemon is, of course, Togepi, the Spike-Ball Pokemon, a fairy type with the weaknesses to poison and steel-type moves. Togepi has two evolutions, one we can cover right now, and that is Togetic, the Happiness Pokemon, a fairy flying type with the weaknesses to electric, ice, poison, and steel-type moves. It's also got a weakness to rock-type moves. Why do I keep blanking that out? Anyway, I personally have raised a Togepi, and I love the daylights out of it because it was so gosh darn cute. But when it evolved into Togetic, okay, I was not that thrilled, mainly because I was so impressed by Togepi's cuteness and everything. But aside from the cuteness and aside from the later on evolution that we have to cover in Sinnoh, Togepi and Togetic are not that great competitively. Sorry guys, you may be cute, but you don't do it competitively. Our next Pokemon is Noctu, the little bird Pokemon, a psychic flying type with weaknesses to electric, ice, rock, ghost, and dark type moves. Noctu has one evolution, Xatu, the mystic Pokemon, a psychic flying type with the weaknesses to electric, ice, rock, ghost, and dark type moves. Now, in all honesty, I have not battled with a Xatu competitively, so I don't know how it is, and I don't know how it feels. But some people have actually told me that Xatu is not really worth your time competitively. Is this true? Or is this just an opinion? You guys let me know. Our next Pokemon is Mareep, the wool Pokemon, an electric type with the weakness to ground type moves. Mareep has two evolutions. One is Flappy, the wool Pokemon, a electric type with one weakness, ground type moves. And last but definitely not least is Ampharos, the light Pokemon, an electric type with one weakness to ground. Now, in all honesty, Ampharos I have battled competitively with, and it's really good, especially if it knows Thunder Punch, or Fire Punch, or even Ice Punch. But, you know, after a while, if Ampharos didn't knock out your opponent, it gets kind of repetitive. Our next Pokemon is Bellossom, the flower Pokemon, a grass type with the weaknesses to fire, ice, poison, flying, bug, and that's about it. Bellossom is the branched off evolution of Gloom, meaning if you gave Gloom a sunstone, it would evolve into Bellossom. Now, in all honesty, looking at the whole evolutionary chain, Blossom's alright, but Vileplume is better. Or is that the other way around? Either way, you guys can do your own research. Our next Pokemon is, of course, Marill, the Aqua Mouse Pokemon, a water fairy type with the weaknesses to electric, grass, poison, and that's about it. Marill has a pre-evolution and an evolution. The evolution we can cover right now, and that's Azumarill, the Aqua Rabbit Pokemon, a water fairy type with weaknesses to electric, grass, and poison type moves. Now, in all honesty, before the second typing came along for the fairy typing, Marill was alright. It's a little better now, even though it's got one more weakness added to it. But I have not yet competed with the Marill and Azumarill family yet, mainly because I haven't caught one as of yet. Don't shoot me. Alright, that's where we're going to end it off today. Next time, we're going to cover from Sudowoodo onwards. Till next time, guys, I'm Amy Coon, AK1028, and I'll see you next time. I'm signing off from Kids Network Studios. Bye, guys.